Man, let me tell you, I've had the worst luck with audio. Voiced this over once, and then my program decided to force close on me, and when I opened it back up, all audio was gone. So, part 2. So, yeah, I decided to stop being lazy and edit this 17-hour Wonder Battles, and I decided to go ahead and just start from pretty much the beginning. The plan was to get 1 RP all the forts because we have forts in different kingdoms already. So that was plan number 1. So what we decided to do here is just to rally some forts and just use some carpets to get there a little bit quicker. You know, a little magic carpet ride. A whole new. You know what? Never mind, because I'm gonna be copyrighted if I sing the whole thing. Either way, there goes the first rally over to, I think that was Tempest. Yeah, Tempest. And yeah, somebody was still coming into the fort. You were a little too late on that, little buddy. But yeah, we were able to take that one down, and we were just that's what we were doing. If you can tell, look at these old school arrows. Is that even a thing? Like old school arrows? Yeah, look at that. So yeah, there's the first hit, 3.7 versus the full rally, and yeah, we kind of won that one by quite a bit. One thing I'm wondering going forward, especially with this T5 update and the Lunite, and only being one building that produces it, is how are people going to cope with the T5 healing bill when you can't really use a bank to give you Lunite to heal your T5, etc., and it's all just you're gonna rely on one building. For things like these, like the extended Wonder Battles and Baron and all that, I'm still kind of wondering how that's going to work out. Does IGG really expect you to only be able to heal off of packs? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm going to be able to see here pretty soon, but definitely not looking forward to it. Now we have a rally going over to Bright Fort. Pretty much the same thing. And I was kind of wondering, like, who is it that's in that fort? Because there are some monsters in here. So I was kind of wondering, like, it can't be this person because they have familiar gear on. So I just didn't know who it was. But you kind of just brace for impact and just kind of wait for it. And there we go. We're able to win that one as well. And you know, when you're doing these type of rallies, like the spear rallies, the way that the game is set up now, it's kind of hard for you to lose those unless you're just super overmatched. And yeah, look at that. I mean, we got almost twice the damage on them, and wait till you see what they had. They had mainly heroic fighters and heroic cannoneers. They sat in the right phalanx. So even with that, considering that our march was full ranged, we were still able to win. That goes to show you the power of the spear rallies. Like, it's really rough. And then I take a look at the base here. I just peek for just a bit, and I see that BTA defended our rally. I believe it was S5 Ghostam that sent the rallies. And look, when I tell you that there are some monsters in this kingdom, there's just some monsters in this kingdom. I mean, look at this. For a person like Ghostam to send a rally and to lose, yeah, that only happens when you got monster versus monster. And yeah, I mean, take a look at this. At the time, that was max stars. It just maxed everything. So, yeah, I knew then that we were going to be in for a very long battle. And like I said, this thing lasted about 17 hours. And I'm not talking about like 17 hours when you just sit there and nobody does anything for a bit. No. This was straight, just 17 hours of losing troops, which ain't very fun. We got other monsters out here like Jackney, and then Quay was gonna go ahead and send all inf rally, looks like, in there and carpet it in. And yeah, unfortunately they kind of vacated out of there. But it seemed like it was gonna be one of those battles for attrition, and I knew then that I was like, I don't know, man, because this started, I believe, in the afternoon for me. Yeah, it started like in the early afternoon for me, and it didn't end until almost the next afternoon. It was pretty bad. But either way, after watching all of this action going on, I decided, okay, well, it's time for me to go ahead and try to rally something. I mean, right? Because it's only fair. So I went ahead and ported out here to Skyfort. They had 30 minutes on their clock, and nobody was really messing with them. So I was like, okay, let's take a look. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you through my mind as to what I see here, right? The first thing that I noticed The troops are fairly even, a little bit tilted towards more range, but when you look at the heroes, you see 4 ranged heroes in 1 infantry. Now granted, 2 of them are army, but for the most part, they have mainly ranged heroes in there with only 1 infantry. So that tells me that if I go full infantry, they are not gonna stand a chance. Plus, can I just say, whenever I see somebody and they have a drum in their mixed talent, I don't care what kind of gold champion or whatever you got, I am coming for you. So I did the most common sense to do, and when you see something like that where somebody has very heavily on one troop type, you go on what counters them. In this case, they were heavy infantry and really heavy ranged. So what would you do? You go full infantry, because as it stands right now, even if they were to put cavalry phalanx and put it up front, they were not going to be able to withstand a full infantry rally. So that's what I did. And yeah, I make sure that everything was good. I have my anti-scout on because, yeah, if you get scouted and they can see what you're going to be sending, it is an easy counter. By the way, if a person has something like this in their fort, mainly ranged heroes, 1 infantry hero and whatever, you go in infantry, but they are able to scout you and see what you're sending, and they can see that you're sending full infantry, they can actually change it all up and go full cavalry. And even though they don't have a cavalry hero in there, they can still counter you pretty hard, even without any sort of squad attack from their hero. So just keep that in mind, because anti-scout is super important. But either way, I got my infantry rally going, and I said, okay, there's no way that they're gonna take this, more than likely. And then I see them changing. I'm like, wait a minute, they're pulling back. Are they gonna resend? And I'm just here kind of like waiting, like, are they gonna send? They're sending. So I'm like, oh my god, did they have like 1000 IQ and then all of a sudden they're gonna switch to full calves? Like, maybe they knew that all they had in there was full of range heroes, heavy ranged. So obviously I would go full infantry, and I'm like, oh god, if they go full calves now, I might be in trouble. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna wait until they get in there, and I'm gonna scout, and I'm gonna see exactly what they got up in here. So I decided, okay, here we go. They got 1 more person coming in there. Let me go ahead and scout, and I'm fully expecting to see like a million plus 1.5 million cavalries. And I'm like, alright, let me see, what's the damage? What's the damage? What? Heroic fighters, heroic cannoneer. I was so confused, but at the same time, I was so excited. I'm like, if you're full, like, just super heavy range, and you're being rallied, why would you go infantry range? Like, that doesn't help you at all. The only thing that would make sense in that case is to go full calves, even though you don't have the heroes for it, because that's the only thing that would counter me in this case. But maybe they were too preoccupied on the heroes that they had in there, and they're like, well, I do have an infantry army hero in there, so maybe if I go infantry ranged, it won't be as bad. But hey, I was salivating. I was like, yes, please, here we go. This is gonna be a good hit, because no matter if they even put the infantry up front, my infantry is definitely gonna smash this guy's infantry. I was ready to release it, and yeah, and then we got a couple of stragglers, but that's okay because they filled the rally, so it's all good. So I'm over here getting ready to let go of my timer and just get ready to hit this person, right? And as soon as I go over there and try to release it and hit my attack, I'm like, whoa, I'm being scouted. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm like, I don't want them to see that I'm going to be sending infantry right away. So I'm going to give them a little bit. I'm going to give them a bit. And then, once I'm ready to just release, it doesn't matter if they scout me, because first, they have to go into their report, read it, and then relay that it's infantry, etc. So I think I was fine. So I'm getting scouted now, but look at this, look at this, look at this. Just look at this. Tell me I was not robbed. You'll see that, right? You'll see that? Look at the report. Look at the freaking report. I cannot believe this, dude. Robbed. Hashtag robbed.